Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Hey, me and Kathy really appreciate y'all watching, so we really enjoyed all the comments and the great response that we've had to support. So y'all keep it up, keep liking, sharing, getting other people to subscribe and stuff like that, because the only reason we're doing this is to share and try to help people enjoy the outdoors, because it's been so good to us over the years. So like again, we really appreciate it. So y'all keep it up. And today we're going to talk about my first archery buck. So this was back, I was 30, this had been 1998, so 33 years old, way late in my life, for a lot of folks as far as their archery kills. This will be my fourth deer. So my brother was the one that mainly got me started in the bow hunting, because I didn't really, I plinked and went around with it when I was young and stuff like that, but just never. And when I got older, I felt more confident gun hunting, so I'd always want to wait until gun season. So, but one year they talked us, my dad, my brother, and somebody else. Anyway, we all got talked into applying to go to Colorado on a bow hunt. So anyway, I was shooting a uniform back in. I think my brother was shooting some kind of faster bow back then with the old draws and that fancy stuff then. So, and my dad was just shooting just a regular old compound. So we I can't even remember what it was. Anyway, we pulled out to go to Colorado. We got draws. Everybody got draws mule deer except for my dad. He got draw for an elk for some reason or other. He's an odd man, kind of. So, and the first deer I killed was a mule deer doe with my bow in a dang tree stand, if you believe that, an aspen tree above 10,000 feet high. So, and also that year I killed a whitetail doe. So two big accomplishments, and that was, I was 32 or 31, something like that, years old. So, but anyway, we're gonna get to the story of my archery buck. Like I say, it was the fourth deer I killed, and he is a dadgum nice one. So, I was so proud of this sucker. Just as proud as I was my. It's just, not that many people I knew of was that successful bow hunting in our group. They just everybody gun hunting. So, but this was, I was so tickled with that, and I'll tell you how all that happened. We was hunting Wheeler Wildlife Refuge then, which is some federal public land. It's like a duck preserve where you can't shoot ducks. Ducks get to go have a safe haven. During the winter they fly down here and stay, and a bunch of cranes and stuff like that. Well, they have a archery only pretty much all year, with the exception of a week or 2 week flintlock hunt. And that's pretty interesting. So it's not a high pressure area as far as gun hunting, because you got private land around there, but it's a lot of bow hunting in there, and it's pretty pressured because of you got quite a few cities that's pretty close to it, and it's right by the river. It's right by the Tennessee River. So some great bucks there. We just didn't. We only hunted there for a few years. That was pretty serious. But well, I'd found a thick spot pretty close to the river, and there was a ditch that went going toward the river, and I found like 3 crossing this ditch going in this thicket, where I was expecting stuff was bedding. So, and I thought it was buck tracks, that wasn't really familiar with all that stuff that much, was still learning. So, but I found some buck tracks, I'm pretty sure, going into there. And what I did was I'd walk that ditch till I got pretty close to one of them trails, and I popped out and went straight to a tree, picked out a tree where I could cover like 2 or 3 of them trails and closer to the water. And when I come out of that ditch, I would rake out spots to my tree. That way I didn't leave any, was minimum on the scent, because I wore lacrosse rubber boots in, then with no sticks in the path, and a clean path where I could get to that tree without making any noise, because I knew if they were coming through there, they were going to be right after daylight or maybe before daylight, and I just didn't want. I try to up my odds, keep from spooking them. So anyway, I toted that tree lounge in, walked that ditch, climbed up some kind of hardwood tree, and then about 7:30 or so, I could see a deer coming, and I seen a dang little rack, and I was like, just excited, tore up, like I can't believe I'm seeing a buck. And anyway, he was gonna cross out about 50, 60 yards, and it looked like, so didn't think I was gonna get a shot. So I just done a mouth bleed at him, or mouth grunt, just meh. And he stopped and looked around a little bit, and he started looking back the other way. So I done it one more time, meh. And he turned, and he could see them raked out spots that I used to get my trail to the tree. I don't know if he was thinking like mock scrapes or fresh scrapes, whatever. He started walking toward me, smelling them raked out spots. So, I'm getting excited. I've got, release on. So, I'm hunting with that. I think I'm hunting then with a Matthews. That's my first Matthews bow, Matthews Feather Max. So, got a ACC arrow and a Muzzy 3-blade broadhead. So, I'm all ready, and he's getting a little closer. And finally, he gets like 20-something yards, I think, turns broadside, and was looking back over his shoulder. And I drawed, got set up, shot. And it looked like it hit him good, but I couldn't tell for sure. But anyway, he jumped, took off, and run out there in the woods toward that thicket. Kind of stopped. Then I could see some white movement and some other stuff going on, but I couldn't really tell what happened, what he done. So since my dad was there, he was hunting like a mile or so, about a mile away. And so I said, well, I'm going to wait till lunch. So I stayed up in the tree till 10:30, 11, something like that. Eased down, quiet as I could, left stand there, went over toward him and walked up on a big old water moccasin. And it was still cool, but that thing was laying there curled up with his mouth open, just cotton white. I don't know if it's just sun and what. Anyway, took care of him. Went toward my dad, was getting close to him. He looked right at me and he was pointing at me, shh, don't, be quiet. So I eased up there and he started coming down. He said, I've shot one hour ago or something like that. He said, somehow another bad hit. He said, we're gonna sneak out here and wait. So we snuck out and went and go somewhere and get lunch and sit around and get cold drink, whatever, and pill around for a couple hours. Then I was gonna come back and go track mine first. So we go over to where I shot at, found the arrow, good blood on the arrow, followed the blood trail. It was real good for about to where I seen him at, then about 10 yards past where I seen him standing, whatever. He was laying there piled up, deader than hammer. So tickled to death, celebrated. So we took him, drug him toward the truck, and then hit him. Then went in there and going toward where my dad shot. Found where he shot at, found the arrow, and he was shooting them big old bear broadheads. And I think then he was using that Uniforce. I'd already give that Uniforce to him, and I had the Matthews Feather Max. So anyway, so he was shooting fingers too. He shot fingers with sights. He used to shoot, instinct even with a compound. He didn't use any sights, anything like that. But we talked him into using sights. But he still wanted to do the fingers, which is fine. So anyway, we found where he shot this deer, found the arrow, started tracking, tracked about, I don't know, it seemed like it's a couple hundred yards. We come up on this guy on the ground, and he said, y'all looking for a buck? And my dad said, yeah. He said, yeah, I was hunting, and I seen this buck come by, and I could tell it'd been shot by somebody, so it went over there and bedded down somewhere. He said, I thought I could climb down, sneak over there and shoot it, but it got up. You talking about somebody getting mad. It was funny aside. I felt sorry for the guy. My dad started on him, chewed him up one side down the other, started cussing. He said, what kind of hunter? He said, that somebody shot that deer, if they were a decent hunter, they're gonna track it, and they were probably giving it time. And here you go down there and spook the daggum deer up. My dang deer, what kind of low life are you, unexperienced? You're just giving him up the road. I felt like that guy probably went home and just threw his stuff away. So he just tore him up. So my dad was so mad. He said, come on. He turned around and took off back toward the truck. We left that guy standing there. We got in the truck. He's steaming. I can't believe people do something like that. So we went back home to throw my deer in the truck, went to Dad's house, unloaded it, and then we got to the telephone, called my brother. He was at home from work, and we talked to him, and he said, well, we'll just go pile up and go back out there and see if we can grid search. We weren't going to give up on it. We've always, we've done our due diligence trying to find them. So anyway, we drove up there, started looking, and it getting close to dark. We'd probably been looking, I don't know, for an hour or so. But anyway, I was walking toward the river, and I seen it was getting dusky dark, and I could just see like a little hump on the ground. That kind of looks odd. So I walked over, and sure enough, that was his deer laying there, and it's done stiff. So evidently, whenever that guy jumped it up, it just took off on a dying run and just died. So anyway, I hollered in. We got over there and celebrated, found it, and gutted it, took care of it, loaded up, and it was a 6 point. So we both killed 6 points, and this was on Halloween, 1998. So, and we just, that's the first time we doubled, especially with a bow, and so that was an awesome day with my dad. Like I say, he's passed away now, and so, but I just wanted to share that story with you, and just kind of go over how it happened. Just shooting, just normal stuff everybody was shooting basically back in. I think old TM Hunter Rest maybe, or it might have been a different one that they come out that was similar to TM Hunter. Everybody remember them and things that aggravate much arrows popping off, Rest, stuff like that. If you was nervous, if you was shaking him, one arrow would pop off. But anyway, that's what I used, and it was an awesome day, and that was in 1998. And like I said, on Halloween, I got to have my glasses. When y'all get older like me, you're going to have them to read. So that was my 21st deer, and this is the book, my journal that I keep up stuff with. And like I say, it was in 1998 on Halloween, and that was my 21st deer period, fourth deer with a bow. I killed a doe with a muzzleloader in Wayne County, Tennessee on some public land. I killed a 5 point with a rifle, Lamarian, that was January 1st, 99. So that deer was my first rack buck with a gun. I should have brought it, but we can talk about that later. And then January 13th, I killed a 4 point on Coosa, that wildlife management area. Then January 18th, on one of them flintlock hunts, I come back, my dad and brother, they had flintlocks, and I watched them mess with them things. They had to have them perfect before they'd shoot, and I couldn't do it. So anyway, buck with a bow. I seen 5 of them, shot one of them, was successful with that. So that was a 5 deer season. That was a good season. I mean, to me, that's a real good season, on public land, even then, even though they're smaller bucks. But that's the story of them, and y'all say, if y'all ain't keeping a journal or something, try to, because you'll get older, and I just hashing back, looking through that stuff and talking about this is just interesting, brings back good memories to me. So, if y'all got any good comments or good stories about your first deer with a bow, first buck with a bow, share them, and let me know about them. Let me and Kathy know about them. Like I say, we appreciate everything y'all done, all the support. So I'll come back with a different story later. I'll have to figure out what kind of buck. If y'all want any specific stories or something, y'all can send me a message, and we'll try to do that. But anyway, we got to get ready. This season is coming fast. Turkey season is winding up right now. This is the first week of May, and it's fixing, these shows are fixing to start. We're fixing to be on some of them, so y'all be ready. We're going to do some more announcements on them. We're going to the Chattanooga Mobile Hunter Expo, so that's going to be an awesome event. And then we'll be at the deer show in Birmingham. We'll actually have a booth there set up. We've already committed to that for booth, just to talk and sell books, whatever. So maybe hats. So y'all if y'all want to come on down to that, come see us. And if you want to go to Chattanooga, that's going to be something that's going to be completely different. You can try out any kind of saddle you can imagine. There's going to be a multitude of things. It's not any kind of genre specific. It's just, basically mobile hunting, which to me, mobile hunting has been able to change up and do anything different. I don't care what kind of stand it is, just being able to make your mind up to move or whatever. But we're going to be at that. That's going to be, like I say, that's going to be something neat. We've not really been anything specifically like that. So, but that's going to, we're looking forward to seeing y'all there. And hey, y'all be ready. The season's coming. Get them bows out. Get slinging them arrows. Shoot some 3D tournament stuff like that. And we'll see y'all. Hey everybody, we sure appreciate y'all watching our videos. And if you don't care, like, subscribe if you haven't, and share, tell your friends. And if you hadn't had a chance to pick up one of my books, please pick one up on Amazon. If you want one signed or personalized, anything like that, hey, I'll do it. So we just really appreciate y'all's support. So thank y'all for stopping by. We'll see y'all in the next video.